What is good, guys? In today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, I got a kayak. I also got a paddle, but more importantly, I got a kayak. So this is actually my birthday present from my grandma. Big thanks to her. But she decided to give it to me about 3 weeks early, that way so I'd have a chance to use it more. So this is actually the Old Town Topwater 106. It's 10.5 feet long and I requested it in an olive color. So now I'll go ahead and show you all the features, starting at the bow, working the way down to the stern. So at the very tip of the bow, there is this drain plug that's used to get the water out if it gets in the hole. Then you have this very nice sturdy carrying handle. Moving on, there's a storage hatch that leads into the hole. You can actually open and close this one-handed like that. Open that up. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it down here because it's pretty dark. I'll try and get the focus. But it actually goes like all the way to the end of the kayak, so I might be able to fit a couple rods down there. So moving back into the cockpit, you have the foot pegs. You can adjust these by pulling out this orange tab and then moving them back like that, so it's more comfortable. And this scupper hole right here is actually a special one. I'll show y'all what I mean after I get done showing y'all the rest of the kayak. And then they have this little strap that you can use to stand up, but I probably will not need that. Then there are these little foam deck pads. That should probably make it more comfortable when you're barefoot. And indeed that is the case. It actually has a ruler on this one over here. You can measure your fish, if they're long enough to keep or not. And then on both the gunnels, there is a track mount. You can use that to mount fish finders and other gadgets and accessories that you want to. So that's nice, and you don't have to drill holes into your boat. On the right side of the kayak over here, there's this forward-facing rod holder, and you can use that when you're changing lures or getting a hook out of a fish. Obviously your rod's out of the way and you just don't have it laying across your lap or something. Moving on to the seat. This seat has both high and low positions. I'll show y'all how to change those in a minute. And you can adjust it using these straps on the sides. So now I'll go ahead and show y'all how to change the position of the seat. So you start off in the back. Y'all probably can't see it by the camera angle. There are these little buckles, so you unclip those. And then what you do is pop out this little bar right here. Move it up to the higher or lower position. And then you just put that back in. And then after you've done that, you take those buckles and you put those back. So now the seat is in the high position. The high position is mainly used for when you're fishing, and the low one is used for when you're paddling, so you're more stable. So underneath the seat, there's some pretty good storage space. It has these little things, so if you put tackle trays down there, they won't slide out. And I think that these little curves right here are actually to put your rods in, just in case you have a bunch. You can lay the end of them down there, and then just have the rod tip sticking out somewhere over there. On the left side of the seat, you have this little rubber pocket. You can put your pliers or your phone or something else in there. On both sides by the seat, there are those same carrying handles that were on the front of the boat. There's also one on the back of the boat. You have molded in cup holders on each side. Put your water in there so you don't get dehydrated while you're fishing. Right after the cup holders, you have this little paddle holder, so your paddle doesn't fall into the water if you're fishing. And there's actually these little curves right here, so if you just need to set your paddle down for a second, you can use that. After that, you have two rod holders that face backwards, so you can lay your poles in there, and you won't whack them with your paddle when you're paddling somewhere. And then in the very back, you have this enormous tank wall. You can put a kayak crate. It has these little plastic corners so that doesn't slide around. You could probably put a cooler back here if you wanted to. So now that I've shown y'all the entire kayak from bow to the stern, I'll go ahead and flip it over so y'all can see what I'm talking about when I showed y'all that special scupper hole. So this is what I was talking about. This is the special scupper hole I was talking about. And then right here is a plate where you can mount your transducer. And since it is built into the hole sort of, your transducer won't get banged up against rocks or anything if you take the kayak in real shallow water. And then on the very back of the kayak, on the bottom side, there's this little rubber skid plate. That way so you don't damage the plastic if you're dragging it on the ground. So now that I've shown you all the kayak, let's go ahead and get this thing on the water. Alright guys, I got my life jacket and my swim trunks on. Safety first. And now I'll try and get y'all a video of me launching the kayak and being on the water in a kayak. And we're off. Let's see what the stability is like on this kayak. Well, that's pretty good. I can stand up without any trouble at all. Well, it was bound to happen at some point. So I guess now we can see how easy it is to get back in this thing. Well, that was easy enough. Pretty low. Well guys, so far I really enjoyed that kayak. It's pretty stable as long as you stay in the cockpit area. So I wouldn't recommend just going and standing on the very bow of the boat. That's not a good idea, unless you want to get wet. But now I'll go ahead, head inside for the verse of the video. Alright guys, I'm here with the verse of the video, and today's verse is from Ephesians 5 verse 29. And it says, "Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them." So, we do not need to curse. It's bad, and it doesn't make you look cool. It's just wrong. So don't do it. And don't try and look cool by calling other people names or making fun of them, because we need to encourage other people and lift them up, because that's what Jesus would do. So that's what we should do. But that's all I got for you today, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. Have a blessed day, and remember to keep God number one.